Hi boys and girls, it is the creator of Bored with Miss Reynolds, Better Off Reading Every Day, and I have two good ones for you. Right here, next to the homegrown vegetable garden. And of course, it is Veggietales. I Can Read Beginning Reader 1 by Carol Puth. And Larry Learns to Listen by Carol Puth. And this is a board book. And of course, we have our little friend right here. None other than, you know it. So let's get started. Larry makes a choice. Cowboy Larry, Sheriff Bob said. Cowboy Larry, Sheriff Bob said, it's your turn. Larry was excited. Today was the cattle drive test. To pass the test, you have to lead 100 cows over the mountain, Bob said. You can't go through the canyon, Bob said as they went outside. You have to go over the mountain. The Scallion brothers went too. It was a very hot day. We'll need sunscreen, Bill Scallion said. He squirted Larry's nose. Bill didn't want anyone to get sunburned. He put shirts and sunglasses on the cows too. Are you fellas ready? Sheriff Bob asked. Yee-haw, Larry yelled. We are ready. The three cowboys began their journey. Bill rode in front, Larry rode behind him. Before long, Bill stopped. Let's go through the canyon, Bill said. It's shorter. Larry knew it was wrong. Sheriff Bob said to go over the mountain. Well, Larry said, if they are going, I guess I will go too. Larry didn't want the Scallions to make fun of him. The cowboys headed for Dodgeball Canyon, a very dangerous place. Larry was worried. Let's go, Butch Scallion yelled. The Scallions weren't worried. As they went farther, Larry got more worried. We should turn around, Larry said to Bill and Butch. The cows were a little worried too. But Bill and Butch didn't listen. They kept riding. Come on, Bill called. Are you scared? Then Larry changed his mind. Cowboy Larry turned around. God doesn't want us to cheat, Larry said. Butch and Bill laughed. We'll get there faster, they said. But the cows weren't laughing. They heard an odd noise. Boing, boing. Suddenly, red dodgeballs bounced down the canyon walls. Avalanche! Avalanche! The cows escaped just in time. Bill and Butch were in trouble. Larry was on the mountain. He heard the dodgeballs bouncing. Boing, help! Boing, help! Boing, help! He heard the brothers yelling. Cowboy Larry galloped back down the mountain. He threw a rope to Bill and Butch. Cowboy Larry saved the day. When the cowboys got back to town, Miss Kitty met with Bob and Cowboy Larry. "Well done, Cowboy Larry," Bob said. "You are a hero." Then they all had cold root beer. Ooh, that sounds delicious, 'cause it is hot out here. The sun set. It had been a good day. Butch thanked Larry and gave him some moon screen. Aww. The sun set. It had been a good day. Butch thanked Larry and gave him some moon screen. And that is the end of Larry Makes a Choice. Veggietales. Put that back here with this one. And we have Larry Learns to Listen. Larry was so happy his package finally came. He'd waited years to play the new 5D Space Squadron game. He called his neighbors Joe and Bob. "Come over now and see. Today's the day. My game is here. Come play it now with me." Larry put the helmet on and turned the sound up high. The music started booming, but the spaceship wouldn't fly. Bob told him that the game came with a set of good directions. But Larry wasn't listening. He made his own connections. He quickly pushed each button and twisted each knob too. He got so mad he held his breath and made his face turn blue. "Drat," he said. "My hat won't work. Something isn't right." He grabbed the pull cord on the side and pulled it with all his might. The helmet still would not perform, and now the top was bent. And in the back, he accidentally put a little dent. Larry," Bob said softly. "Can I give you some advice? Ask Joe to help you with your game." He played it once or twice, but Larry wouldn't listen. He claimed that he knew how, and at the very moment, the helmet went kerplow. The music stopped its playing, and the lights quit blinking too. Larry turned to Joe and Bob and said, "What should I do?" "We tried to tell you, Larry, before you broke your game, to put the batteries in here and line them up the same." So Larry moved the batteries. The game began again. From now on, Larry smiled and said, "I'll listen to my friends." God gave us friends and family to help us through each day. And when we listen, we don't miss what others have to say. That's beautiful. And that is the end of Larry Learns to Listen. So we had two boys and girls. It is Bored with Miss Reynolds, Better Off Reading Every Day. I don't own the rights to this two books that I have read to you, but I love storytelling magic, and the magic of today's story is Larry learns to listen and Larry makes a choice. He made the right choice, and turns out he actually listened to his friends. And I also have this one, which is Bob and Larry's Creation Vacation. This one I read a really long time ago, and you can find it in my Veggietales playlist that I'm going to put up right after this. But once I saw these books, I knew I had to read Veggietales to you. And of course, I had to bring my friend here along for the ride, because you know how much I love my stuffies. Boys and girls, can I show you the vegetable garden that I did this book right next to? Are you ready? Oh, you know what? Before I forget. Twirling next to the Veggietales and the Veggietales garden. One there. One there. And one there. Now let's see it. I will see you again soon, but let's check out the garden. And that's it for now. Bye, boys and girls, from Larry and Bored with Miss Reynolds. Better Off Reading Every Day.